by Trump and the White House. Holy mackerel, I am loving this on the White House driveway, right on the lawn, posting pictures in front of every single reporter now. These images of the Democrat voters, you could say, or the people that they support, the people they defend, because they don't defend Americans, all over the backdrop that every single media personality and network has to do their daily hits on the White House, and it's driving MSNBC nuts. What an absolute master dragon chess master move by Trump and the White House, posting these images of convicted, illegal, criminal aliens who have been arrested, processed, and deported. The people that Biden brought in, Kamala brought in, by the millions, that have done morbid harm to American citizens in so many ways, in worse ways than even we want to possibly imagine, hurting our resources, our funding, our taxes, our taxpayer dollars going towards this so they can retain power. I've got so much to share with you. President Trump officially saying Adam Schiff belongs in jail. You got to want to check that out. Tom Homan calling out the entire press corps on all of this pushback and all of the lies that are being spread by the hypocrite woke propagandist media about the arrest of these judges who are literally breaking the law. You know, it's so funny how the nobody's above law crowd, you know, they keep saying when they were going after Trump, no one's above the law, only if it's their guy, not if it's somebody who they support. But first, I have to share this with you. Watch MSNBC, this beautiful clip, absolutely have a meltdown over what Trump and the White House just did, posting all these posters across the White House driveway where the media has to do their little segments and hits on the White House. Watch this.
The House has put up about 100 posters of what they say are unauthorized immigrants who have been arrested for violent crimes. You can see them there. They put them up on the driveway of the White House. If you look here, that's the West Wing just at the forefront, the Executive Mansion itself to the left. But what's particularly noteworthy about this location is it is right directly behind the positions where TV correspondents do their hits from the White House lawn. So therefore, no matter what network you're on, that includes MSNBC, if you're doing a hit from the White House right now, those pictures will be behind you. The White House doing a briefing in about a half hour about what they're doing here.
Shoving it right in their faces. I love this move. Tell me you love this move. It is such a third-degree black belt troll ninja move by Trump and the White House. Oh, these are the people you support? Not Patty Marin, not Jocelyn Nungary, not the Colorado citizens who got their entire apartment building taken over by these guys. Never mind the thousands and thousands of Americans. Never mind the silent majority of Americans who are sick and tired of being forgotten, neglected, you know, thrown to the curb so you guys can get votes and retain power. Oh, these are the guys you protect? Well, guess what? We're going to shove it right into your face so you can see them, feel them, be around them, and always have that presence known to you and your viewers. This is what these people stand for. It's just absolutely absurd, and it defies comprehension. Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. They're literally doing the exact same thing they've been doing for the last 4 years, for the last 12 of the last 16 years. The same thing that handed them a landslide loss, a gigantic loss of the popular vote, a mandate on November 5th. I mean, TDS is real, right? Okay, next up, I have to share this awesome video of Tom Homan talking about arresting, we did a huge story on this, Wisconsin judge Hannah Dugan, for interfering with ICE and helping harbor an illegal criminal. I mean, Pam Bondi even saying everything was in process. Both attorneys and counsel were ready to proceed. The court proceedings were ready to proceed. The families, the victims were there. And she took him in her chambers and then literally snuck him. I mean, it's insane, these people. I want to share this clip, which I think is so powerful, and it just reflects how lucky we are, America, that we have real freedom fighters. We have real Americans who care about Americans and American values, principles, and the Constitution in the White House right now. Check this out.
And if I can also answer your question, as far as the judges, look, we just arrested a judge, Pam Bondi, for impeding ICE enforcement removals. I said from day one, you don't have to support ICE's operations. You can support sanctuary cities if that's what you desire to do. Sanctuary cities can stand aside and watch ICE keep their communities safe, because any public official, whether you're mayor, city councilman, or governor, their number one responsibility is protection of the communities. And ICE has been clear, we're targeting public safety threats and national security threats. I can't believe there's any elected official, and especially a judge, that doesn't believe we should be doing that, and they should be helping us. But I said from day one, you can sit aside and watch, you can argue against us all you want and protest all you want, but when you cross that line, and I've said this 1,000 times, when you cross that line to impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien from ICE, you will be prosecuted, judge or not. And as far as releasing so many people, you know why the Biden administration released millions of people in the United States? No one ever talks about it. I'll talk about it. Why did they release people into the interior of the United States and put them, rather than put them into an ice bed? Why not put them in an empty ice bed at $127 a night rather than in a hotel room at $500 a night? They did it on purpose, because when you put them in an ice detention bed, they get a hearing in 35 days. Court records show 9 out of 10 people claim asylum, get order removal, they're gone. But if you release them and put them in a hotel room at $500 a night, their hearings can be 5, 7, 9 years if you pull out all appeals. And what are they hoping for then? That another Democrat administration's in power. They can award an amnesty to millions. This is about selling this country off for future political power. That's what it was. The law clearly says if you arrive at our border without proper documentation, you shall be detained. Not maybe, not think about it, shall. And that's what President Trump's doing. Catch and release is over. That's what the law says, and that's what we've done.
Oh my God, how much do you absolutely love Tom Homan? I mean, I started to get like emotional hearing him talk there, especially when he says, I'll talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. I'll talk about it. I've been trying to say this forever, Tom. I love you so much. Thank you. God bless you, Mr. President. God bless you, Tom Homan. I mean, these ridiculous hypocrites, these ridiculous, fraudulent, anti-American, pro-terrorist supporting. We have real enemies within. How can you not root for getting rid of criminals who are absolutely laying siege to American citizens? How can you travel on taxpayers' dollars for a stupid PR stunt and a photo to put on your X account to foreign entities, foreign countries, to attempt to retrieve said illegal criminal deported migrants? And you think you're on the right side of history? And you think you're one of the good guys? This just proves they're in panic mode. This just proves it's just pure desperation. Blatter, Booker, and Hakeem Nobody's Dreams sitting on the Capitol steps. I shared this in our stream yesterday for 15 hours where nobody even noticed. They have no accomplishments. They have no track record. They've done nothing. Goose egg, cero, nada, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Just because Trump is doing all these things, just because Trump is saving our border, just because we have the best border in the history, Trump is actually asking for fair trade in the global markets. Trump is ending discriminatory practices, DEI, woke ideologies, getting rid of men in our daughters' sports, praising Jocelyn Nungare and Patty Marin for their strength, their courage, and the tragic loss that they had to go through, and how resilient they are. You can't stand for one of those things? Tom Homan is absolutely right. It's desperation, panic mode. Their constituents are being fed like gasoline to a fire, all this vitriol, all this hate, all this negativity, and they're falling for it. Shame on you, Hakeem. Shame on you, Pelosi. Shame on you, Schiff. Shame on you. And speaking of Schiff, Oh, this is great. Have you seen this? President Trump officially, let me show you this right now. Here is Trump, his official statement saying this: hopefully, ActBlue, the Democrats' illegal scam used to raise money, including from not allowed foreign contributions, is being looked at by the authorities. If you don't know ActBlue, I mean, ActBlue is literally the number one money laundering, funneling, illegal organization that's helped Democrats. Remember Judge Fake Don Juan Merchan's daughter was donating to ActBlue, where that should have issued a conflict of interest in that sham New York Stormy Daniels case, and he should have recused himself, and he didn't recuse himself. So ActBlue has a litany of defamations and illegal goings on. But let me continue here. Trump continues saying, the Dems only know how to win by cheating, something which they do better than any group or party in history. Now, you might be saying, my God, Trump, it's just the same. You know, they want to call him a carnival barker. He's unsophisticated. He says off the cuff things and offhand comments. He's been right about everything. He's been proved right literally about everything. So this is why he won. This is why he continues to win. And this is why we love his first 100 days. But let me continue. Trump continues saying, but now with their terrible policies and candidates, and with people like crooked Adam Schiff, who demanded a full pardon from Sleepy Joe leading the way, it is almost impossible to reach their money goals. By the way, Schiff, 4 years ago, when asked by Joyless Reed, does getting a pardon issue you an admission of guilt? He said, yes, it does. Biden gave him a full pardon. So what do you have to say about that now, Pencil Dick? Trump continues, the USA is wise to these scoundrels and crooks. Also, why did the autopen give Schiff a pardon? Biden knew nothing about it. Who operated the autopen? That is the biggest question being asked in DC. They almost destroyed our country. They should all be in jail. Now, call that what you will, but I am hoping, because this shifty, crooked Adam Schiff with the Russia hoax, all of the nefarious things that he's been behind, propagating lie after lie. Why do you need a pardon, Shifty Schiff? He's destroyed my great state, California. Steve Garvey should have won. Oh, it was so sad and tragic. Almost, if not equal, as sad and tragic as Caruso losing the mayor race against Karen Bass. And you can see egregious policies yield egregious results. LA is a dystopia. It is an anarchistic hell. You can't even walk down the street now without fear of being attacked. It's like vigilantes run that country. The defund the police crowd have won. Can you imagine, my fellow Americans? Can you imagine, my fellow global citizens? This is happening in Europe, UK, Australia. Oh, I pray for the world. Can you imagine what would have happened if Kamala won? Can you imagine? And if you say, Nez, what did Schiff do? What do you mean? I don't understand. I want to share this quick clip right here of shifty, crooked Schiff, watermelon head, pencil dick Schiff. I call him pencil dick Schiff. Actually engaging in the most egregious form of sedition and treason, propagating a shadow government.
Extraordinary step of convening this unprecedented hearing. We brought together both chambers of Congress, the Senate and the House, to conduct real oversight and to serve as a check and balance, to hold those who misuse power to account and to carry out our constitutional duty. Convening this hearing was not our first choice. We have tried to get our Republican colleagues to hold hearings, to do meaningful oversight, to assert Congress's authority as an independent branch of government. But to our great disappointment, our Republican colleagues have abdicated that important responsibility. They have stood by as the President has run roughshod over the legislative branch and turned Congress into little more than a rubber stamp. So today we'll hold the first of what we hope will be more bicameral oversight hearings. We will do the investigative work that our colleagues across the aisle refuse to do. We will expose the illegality, abuse, and corruption of this administration and within the Department of Justice. We will have brave witnesses speak to what's actually happening behind closed doors, how the Trump administration continues to try to intimidate them from speaking out, and why it matters to Americans across the country. The Trump administration is following a well-worn playbook. History serves as a guide and as a warning.
I'll tell you what the American people want, Pencil Dick Schiff. It's exactly what's happening right now. You know, NBC and ABC released this poll. that Americans are, this is the worst first 100 days, the worst approval for the first 100 days of any president in 80 years, which is complete bupkis. I ask you directly. And I talked about this in yesterday's stream. If you missed that, go watch it. I listed a full litany of why I think, backed by facts and data, not only am I not even close to unhappy about the first 100 days, I think it's the greatest first 100 days of any president of any time period. But I want to ask you really specifically, are you happy with President Trump's first 100 days? Or are you happy? Or is this exactly what you voted for? Let me know in the comments down below. And the last thing I'm going to say, I've said it once and I've said it a million times. I'm going to say it again one time. There's a lot of things I'm bad at, okay? I own up to that. I truly believe God endows every single human being with one salient, real standout gift. And I believe that what God endowed in me is the gift to read people better than others. And I'm telling you right now, Pencil Dick Schiff oozes slime, scum, corrupt, deceptive, backstabbing swine, lying degeneratus. That's what he oozes. This is one of the worst individuals who stands for nothing, whose entire life is a complete and utter totality lie, period. And I hope to God the DOJ, Kash Patel and the FBI, the CIA, whoever, all the agencies investigate Schiff and put him where he belongs. It will be a great day for America. I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to get your own one-of-a-kind original Nez Nation made in the USA merch, I know you love this hat. We got hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, you name it. The link to our shop is in the pinned comment. So is our free newsletter. Sign up for that so you never miss out. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here just in case you missed it. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. It's absolutely free. And as always, may God bless you. May God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.